Hey guys, it's Des, and we're talking some more economics today. A rep from the Federal Reserve just announced today that since inflation has crossed over 10%, they now consider it to be sonic inflation. And if you want to learn more about that, you should just type that term into Google. Oh wait, we're doing a magic thing again, aren't we? Why is it always a magic thing? Why am I stuck making these videos? Alright, well here's a giant worm that's almost as big as the inflation percentages. Stop voting for Democrats, by the way. We've all seen it. It's a 10 cost but not really convocable, indestructible 1616. It was pretty annoying in that ramp up free casting format that Arena's now too cool to do, I guess. God forbid they do something fun on Arena. I wasn't even going to look this up, then I remembered, hey, isn't this the one that was only ever a buy a box promo and it was never in a real set? And the answer is yes, which means it's actually about $6. This only brought it down to 4 though. Next up, Legion's Initiative. It's another Dragon's Maze card that has been printed since, probably because it's only $3, but hey, I mean, it's not a bad card. I mean, this thing's an enchantment. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get rid of. It's a 1 red, 1 white, so very affordable. Red creatures get +1 attack, and white creatures get +1 toughness, which is really nice. And then you can pay 2 at any time, not even sorcery speed, any time. Exile this card, then exile all creatures you control, and then at the beginning of the next combat, return those cards to the battlefield and into their owner's control, and those creatures get haste. This card is insane. I might do an overlook but awesome on this. This thing's nutty. Next up, Aether Vial. But it's Aether Vial. Not the way they spelled it isn't. I don't care what they say, I care what they wrote, and it used to be the combined AE character, which in my opinion has no place in English, but whatever. I think it's like Greek or something. And they got rid of it because, oh, it's breaking our poor antique code on some garbage seller. Cool, great. Then I'm saying Aether. So this card is crazy expensive for a rare. It's $24 from MM1. It was in Iconic Masters. That's also $25 because that makes sense. And it was originally in Dark Steel, which is somehow also $25. These seem a little sus. Then the Mystery Booster, the list version is $28. I don't understand this at all. From the Vault Relics, okay, $35. That one I get. They also have a Borderless Double Masters variant, which was $70, and a Masterpiece Kaladesh Invention, $230 approximately. When you get that high, it's like, oh, what is somebody willing to pay, you know? So this latest printing only brought the price down to $15. But yeah, this card's really annoying. It's just, you know, free casting. I hate it. It's limited as to match exactly, but it's so degenerate. Next, we got another Mythic. I didn't think there was room for another one. It's Concordant Crossroads. It's just a 1-cost green enchantment, non-legendary. All creatures have haste. You know, that thing that green does. What the heck is this? This massive mistake was in Legends and Chronicles, and it's, over $200 for Legends, obviously. Chronicles, $33. That's kind of surprising. I mean, still, I guess that's pretty high. This printing, I don't know. It's too new. They haven't really added it to the site. My guess is it's not going to knock much off. I bet it's going to be between 20 and 25. Next up, Fire Song and Sunspeaker. If you thought they weren't going to pull out all the stops on this one, oh, watch out. This is another promotional-only card. It was the buy-a-box foil from, I want to say Dominaria? That had to be what it was. Still not that good of a card. I mean, like, it's a good card, but not for $6, you know, so that kind of held it down. It's only about a $2 card, but just for availability, I'm thinking it was a good idea to print it. Now, that said, it's $2 because the demand isn't high and there's a lot in stock wherever you look. So I say availability, but it's like if some crazy Minotaur Cleric, deck came out or something, which I'm already picturing too, but okay, then all of a sudden this could spike to 100 overnight. I mean, it probably wouldn't, but it's just nice to have enough to go around. Next up, Gravecrawler. Okay. Spicy hot take here. I know it's going to get me canceled. I think the dead should stay dead. Anyway, it's a 1-cost 2/1 in black, so we're already off to the races. Non-legendary, so you can run 4 without problems. It can't block, but you may cast it from your graveyard as long as you control a zombie. This thing is absolutely absurd. It's a Dark Ascension card, which you would have thought they knew better then, but $12. Hey. Next up, Panharmonicon. Well, this card was a mistake. Speaking of mistakes, look at that mana cost in the top right. What is that? What is going on there? They obviously did not align the layers correctly. What the heck? Anyway, the Trash Harp here says, if an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. AKA doubling, pretty much. This is broken trash. I hate it. I went to go double check what formats this is banned in before I said it, and then I remembered it's Wizards of the Coast. It's not banned in anything because they're idiots. Gotta take the whole game down in flames. Can't admit that they were wrong. Can't admit that they made a design mistake. That is unacceptable. Next up, Balefire Liege. It's just one of those big boosty boys. 5 cost, 2/4 Spirit Horror. Not much going on except for the color boost, and it's just a dually, but for 5, it's a $2 card. Not one of the better lieges. In fact, I think this is the lowest one. Next up, Sidisi, Brood Tyrant, who I've called on almost every other occasion, Sidsi, because apparently I have Iligma. So this is some Cons of Tarkir trash, and it's worth under $1. Let's move on. Oh, we got Restoration Angel. Okay. 4 cost white creature angel, flash and flying 3/4. Hello. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile target non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. So just flicker angel at flash speed. That's huge. Plus it can block in the air or on the ground, doesn't matter. 3/4 for 4. I mean, this is just good. Although apparently people buying cards have a different opinion because it's $1.50. I mean, okay, it was in Modern Masters 3, and it was in Iconic Masters. Avacyn Restored, though, still about the same price. It was printed, actually, quite a few times besides that. Next up, Dragonlord Silumgar. It's a $9 card currently, and that's with the pre-order price right here. This was a pretty obnoxious card back in the day. It did cost 6, which kept it off the battlefield a little bit, but if you're running that much control and that much, control colors, you're going to be able to fend them off till you get to 6. Now, if you think this looks familiar but it's not quite right, Silumgar the Drifting Death was from Fate Reforged. Somehow that's 35 cents. Okay. This one's sitting at really the original DTK $11, so hey. Flying Death Touch, 3/5, and when it enters battlefield, gain control of target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control Dragonlord Silumgar. Pretty good. Drifting Death was every time it attacks a player that you're attacking, every creature they own gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Shockingly annoying. There are better ways to steal stuff more permanently, more durable, and quicker, so I don't know why anybody would play that. But anyway, Verena, Lich Queen. A Commander 2018 card. I don't think it was the front card, but it was in it. And yeah, it's about $1.50, something like that. Well, this one brings it down to 35 cents, so I guess they're not terribly excited about this. And if you play that particular color combination, you're a terrible person. Now, these next couple cards, I'm telling you, they pulled out all the stops. Rancor. I hate this card. Everyone with a brain hates this card. It's a 1-cost green enchantment or enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0 and has trample for 1 freaking mana. And when it is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, return it to its owner's hand. No condition, no payment, no only do it once and exile it. Nope, you just get it back. This violates everything about how auras work. It's too cheap, it's too powerful, and it's an uncommon. What the hell was WOTC thinking? This is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever seen, and it was in the 2013 core set. They've had plenty of time to learn from it, do better, ban it. They have done nothing. None of that. And the best thing is, with the power creep and the rarity and the reprints and all this stuff, this is a $1 card. Just ban this piece of crap. What is wrong with you, wizards? Next up, Doran, the Siege Tower. Oh boy, $3 card from the Vault Legends, but really Lorwyn. Yeah, I just never liked this archetype. Each creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. If it said defenders could attack as though they didn't have defender, this would be about triple the price it is. But yeah, never been a fan of the gimmicky, oh, I'm playing backwards, look at me thing. Just gets confusing and it's weird. Next up, Skullbriar, the Walking Grave. Hashtag dead things should stay dead. So this is currently a $3 card, used to be about $5. It's from the original Commander, so they've got to have just about all of them at this point. Did have an oversized card, but get this, the oversized one is $13. I don't get that. The oversized card is usually like 25 cents for almost anything. This isn't even that popular of a card. I mean, this is kind of weird. It must just be because it's from the first one. This is kind of neat, though. The bottom part says, counters remain on Skullbriar as it moves to any zone other than the player's hand or library. So it goes to the grave, comes back, you keep the counters. That's pretty wild. Next up, Kalia. Oh, pardon me, I misread it. Kalia of the Vast. Nah, you gotta be Big Chungus fat to have a nickname like that. Of the Vast, come on. That's basically a euphemism for being a thick chungus. Well, anyway, original Commander set, which when even was that, 2012 or something? That was a while ago. $33. Hello. It was in Commander's Arsenal. I actually don't even know what that is. It was a Double Masters box topper. That was $75. Hello. The oversized version is $8, I guess, and then this one's sitting at $15. So we are all over the place on this one. Oh, and it was in the last Double Masters too. $24. In fact, I think I pulled one. So more money in the Mythic slot. Next up, Mathos, Fiendseeker. Just a Commander 2017 card, but remember, 2017 was a while ago. It was at least one pandemic ago. And it's never been reprinted, so limited print run, but once again, not that popular, not that great. We've got like 90 spoilers left, and I'm just telling you right now, I don't think that they're gonna go as far as to actually print like the top 3 most expensive commanders. I haven't seen them yet. I've seen some pretty spicy ones, but not the absolute top in price, rarity, and, you know, high demand. Next up, Master of Cruelties. This is a Dragon's Maze card. It's about $10. I think it'll fall quite a bit. I mean, it's a 5-cost 1/4 demon. There's nothing special there. First strike, death touch. That's a fun combo. I like that. They should do that more often. And it could only attack alone, so it's more like a defender. Hey, whatever keeps overpowered crap out of your way. Also, trample doesn't work if you have first strike and death touch. I mean, if that's what you're blocking with and they're sending it, because you'll hit them before they even get to hit anything. I've had a lot of my opponents screw that up online. Oh, did I mention, though? When it attacks a player and isn't blocked, that player's life total becomes 1. Master of Cruelties assigns no combat damage to this combat. What? Yeah, if you're wondering why it's a $10 card, there's a reason. Next up, just a little card you might have heard of called City of Brass. So Arabian Nights, you're looking at $700 to $1,000. The borderless variant from this set is $60. Hello. They do go down. I guess I won't count the non-legal ones, like the World Championship ones that are gold border. But if we skip those, like this one right here, $15 for the regular artwork. Otherwise, 5th edition, you can get it for $18. It's not too special. But when it becomes tapped, it deals 1 damage to you, and then you tap it and add 1 mana of any color. This is not nearly as popular as it used to be, but still useful. Next up, Wiltleaf Liege. This used to be worth money, I thought. It's a Shadowmoor card. I thought this used to be the highest Liege card. I don't know. Whatever. It's only a 4-cost 4/4 to boost green and white, and if something is green and white, it gets +2/+2. That's nuts. Then, if a spell or ability an opponent controls causes you to discard this, put it into the battlefield instead of putting it into your graveyard. Ouch, that's a landmine. Just absolute power card. It's kind of a shame that it was in Modern Masters 3 because that brought it down. Currently, it's $1.50. Next up, Kambal, of course, from Kaladesh. Pretty interesting card, $4. This reprint brought it down to 2, though. Not that many people played it even when it was out. In Standard, I should say. Still, I mean, whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. I'm kind of glad people didn't heavily play this too much. Next up, Deathbringer Liege. I kind of forgot. I think there's at least 10 of these. You know, because of the hybrid, there's multiple combinations. I don't know. This one's from Eventide, so hey. I think the other half are Shadowmoor. I don't know. I didn't play back then, and I don't remember. But unfortunately, 35 cents. Even though, come on. Whenever you cast a white spell, tap something, and then whenever you cast a black spell, you may destroy target creature if it's tapped. Like, come on. I get it, it's 5 mana, but dang, that's good. What do you get when you make onion rings in too small of a pot? A food chain. Look, I just told them it was a bloomin' onion. Anyway, it's a 3-cost green enchantment, absolutely famous. It was in Mercadian Masks, and it was a judge foil. That's about it. Yeah, mystery booster the list. Yeah, you got a bigger chance of walking into your store and finding a leprechaun than finding this in your pack, but $50 even with this reprint. Holy crap. So exile creature you control, add X mana of any one color where X is 1 plus the exiled creature's mana value. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. But you don't go get a bigger creature directly from your deck. That's why I don't quite get why this would be that popular, $50. I think that's more of a residual price just based on rarity from, you know, years past, but you could do a better version of this with just stuff printed this year. Still, you could drop out something pretty nutty. Next up, Summer Bloom. Yep. 2-cost green sorcery, uncommon. You may play up to 3 additional lands this turn. How and why are they in your hand? You're already up to something. And if you think I'm wrong and it's not that powerful of a card, let me remind you that this was an Amulet Bloom and this card is currently banned in Modern. And they will unban this when Hell freezes over. Clip it. It ain't even worth the room on your hard drive. They're never doing it. Unlike Bloodbraid Elf, which they did. Also in this set. Oh, by the way, last card, $1. Haste and Cascade. What more do you need to be a degenerate dick? So anyway, 35 cents because it's awful. Cascade is garbage and they should stop printing this and they shouldn't have unbanned it. Then we've got Burning Tree Emissary. Speaking of things they shouldn't have unbanned, I don't know, was this ever banned? I feel like it was. And then they unbanned it. Right? Well, welcome to Stuff We Should Have Left Banned Masters. You pay 2, you get a full refund. I've seen people, play 2 or 3 of these just because of draw luck. It's just draw luck. And also the fact that they're running 8 of them in their deck usually and then won't let me inspect their deck. Same with the End Soul Artifact combo, which people kept pulling off at F&M. Well, that's a 49-cent waste of time. Next up, Warrior's Oath. So, I don't know what this is currently going for. It's not listed yet, but it was only ever printed in Portal 3 Kingdoms, and it's $320 near mint. Take an extra turn after this one, so I'm already out. This is complete garbage. And at the beginning of that turn's end step, you lose the game. I'm still not in. This is just clueless. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. Uninformed, out of date, vintage and legacy trash. Those are not real Magic the Gathering formats. You are not playing Magic the Gathering if you play them. An extra turn crap? That's a bit of a hot button issue right now. Come on, WOTC, what is wrong with you? The worst part is this may be the #1 most expensive card in the set. It's got some competition, but we'll see. So on that wonderful note, there's more to come, so sub if you want, and I'll see you guys next time.